What are y'all doing here? How was your Thanksgiving? Who do we got here? Oh, we got a bunch of folks. Everybody, say hi in the chat. I can't see you unless you say hi. I just see a number here. What we got? We got Phil. Phil's in first. Let's do Lee a favor while we're waiting. Hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you for hitting the like button. That helps. We're building these things. These live streams are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I might keep doing them. You never know. You never know. Steven's here. What's up, man? Warren's here. Who else do we got? Okay. That's everybody who's been chatting so far. But I do see you, everybody. Happy Black Friday to you. I hope everything's going good. Have you been shopping? Are you enjoying the David's here? What's up, David? Great to see you. Great to see you. We get some new faces in here. I've been having a lot of fun getting everything ready for today, and I'm happy it's here. We had a great yo, what's happening, Tim? Tim McNeely. Good to see you. Everybody tell me about what your guitar purchases are going to be for Black Friday this year. Is there any good ones? I saw a bunch of cheap Kramers on sale for like $179. I thought that would be pretty cool. I'm always looking for an Ibanez, but they never go on sale. That's right. That's right. That's right. So today we're going to be talking about the Chord Elevation Toolkit, which is what I've been working on all night, all morning, and I'll be rolling things out throughout the weekend. We got a lot of stuff new there. If you've previously purchased it, I highly suggest you log on. You're not going to believe what it looks like now. Warren says, went out this morning, got my yearly supply of Bourbon County Stout this morning. Got it. Okay. You're ready for the weekend, right? How was your Thanksgiving? Those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope it was good. Ours was fantastic. We had quite the spread, family and little ones running around and everything. It was a lot of fun. And then when it was all over, it was Chord Elevation Toolkit. I've been doing practice videos for these. And so basically what ends up happening is we have the different main sections, which have the regular teaching videos, but then I do 5 for each of them after that, like you would practice with me for a week, 1 per day. So we might be talking about, in this one, we're talking about chords you'll actually use. And I do have the 3 that we worked on, which is open position, bar chords, and then small chord fragments. And so I break them up over what if you and I practice for a week, for 5 weeks. And so I set up a practice. We have backing tracks, chord sheets, all the worksheets, all the different stuff, and the videos for all those. And that's what's been going on today. And a bunch of new backing tracks for that too. So there's a ton of backing tracks in this thing. Okay, so let's see here. Warren's he's going to do some drinking. Let's see here. I know Phil's got a bunch of guitars. He's probably not buying. Who's getting a new guitar this weekend? That's what I want to know. I want to live vicariously through you. Let's see here. Phil says, had a look at the clean chords, clean sounds. Sounds awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so that is a whole new chapter that came out. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was. It's been blurry. The day before, and now I've actually added the 5 practice videos to that too. Let's see here. Paul Lloyd says, Lee, just wondering what I should purchase to know how to build a melody, how to make a solo in blues on any chord progressions, and how to make a melody from triads, scales, pentatonics, and so on. Okay, so that's if you're going straight for blues, I have the Blues Elevation Toolkit, which does a lot about phrasing, what notes to use, and those things. And then I have the extended version of that, which is Solos That Make Sense, which is my big course for that. And that's not just blues. That's rock music. That's a bunch of different things. So one of those 2 things, the Chord Elevation, the Blues Elevation Toolkit is just $20. And that gives you all the tools that you need, the vault, all the backing tracks, everything. And then Solos That Make Sense is you know, it's a higher priced course there. But after this is over, the Chord Elevation Toolkit, I'm going to be doing my big blues course that's coming up soon. That's the next one there. So you know what I would do? I would start with the Blues Elevation Toolkit. I think that you would like that. It's going to help you talk about chord tones, arpeggios, all those kind of things. Not arpeggios, that's later on, but chord tones, definitely. Same thing, but just a different way of going about it. Warren says, I'm going to do some guitar building. All right. He's going to do some, he's got one of the 50% off the Telecaster style kits from Stu Mack. I've never done that. I have I've built, I work on my own guitars. That's kind of my, my hobby. It's my stress relief. I work on the frets and all those kind of things. But the things I've built from scratch were amplifiers. And the kit, I've had a couple kits. The kit that I built the last time was that little tweed champ that used to sit back in here. I've got it in the other room there. But I've never built a guitar kit. So that's going to be fun. Tell me all about it. Those Telecaster kits. Is it everything? Do you have to, is there any woodworking with it, or is it just assembly? I want to know all about it. Tell me that. John Blackburn says, I'm selling a pretty cherry Ibanez hollow body. Let me know if you're interested. Well, that sounds pretty good. I'm looking for something with like, I'm doing in my band, we're doing a whole, usually I do blues and blues rock, and I sing that, and that's what I've been doing for years. So this band that I'm playing in now is doing a lot more a spread of styles of music. So we're doing like Cliffs of Dover and you know, those kind of things. But I want to do some more fast things like Cliffs of Dover and Eric Johnson, Steve Vai, and Joe Satriani. We're doing Always With Me, Always With You, which is not super fast. But at some point, the Stratocaster, it just starts to fight you. So I'm looking for something with like a Floyd Rose and something a little bit more progressive. But the hollow body sounds pretty nice. I had a Gibson hollow body for a while that was cherry that I loved too. So maybe, yeah, you never know. I'll tell you, I'll think about it there. Trevor's here from Seattle. Oh, there he goes. Great to see you. Great to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody who's we got some numbers out there. Let everybody say hi in the chat before we go head over and check out the toolkit here. Phil's here says the Blues Elevation Toolkit was awesome purchase. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Paul says thank you, and John gave me the thumbs up. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, so any other questions before we get into? I'm going to start to show this thing off a little bit in just a second. Okay, let's see here. Let me head on over there. There we go. There we go. So here is the chord toolkit. It's modeled after the blues toolkit. And this is the whole system here for getting your chords together. So we've got to start the course, chords you'll use, foundation skills, the vault. So you look over here on the left here. Let me collapse all this. So this is kind of if you're starting from, well, I know some things. I can play songs. I know my basic chords, but nothing's really gelling here. That's what this is for. This is for the person who's been an intermediate player who's been playing for a while, and their chord, you play the same song over and over again. It doesn't sound any different. You don't know what to do with it. So if we take this top down, this system is first is the chords you'll actually use. So I'm showing you all the chords and the different fragments of them and how they fit with the scales and all of the different, open position, the triads and seventh chords and the different bar chords right here. So these are the things that I use in every single song, every single time I play. Next, what you do with them is the big deal. A lot of people can play chords and they try different rhythms, and the rhythms are okay, but they don't know how to fancy them up to make them sound interesting. So I go through embellishments in this course. Embellishments, first I tell you all about them, how it works, and then we go string by string through the different open position chords. Now you think, well, I don't really use open position chords a whole lot. You do, because these open position chords are your bar chords and they are your chord fragments. This is where everything comes from. So if you can embellish these, you can embellish anything there. So we have E major, E minor, G major, A major, all the different shapes that you're going to come in contact with all across the fretboard, all the different embellishments you can do. And then we have a practice week here. The practice week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I go through all of them again, but I give you exercises for that so that you can start to work on them. And I start to tell you, hey, this is the one you'll use when you want it to be bluesy. This is the one you want if you want it to sound fancier. On this string, we can do this. So we go through all of the embellishments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more videos. And then once you've got the embellishments done, and so you've got your basic chords, you can start to make them sound better, start to make them a little bit more interesting. Then we get into the nitty gritty of it. And that is foundation skills. We start talking about double stops. We talk about what do all these different chord symbols mean? How do I switch these chords better? How can I refine everything that I'm playing to sound professional? And then I start to bring in the scale system. How do I relate these chords to my scales? We've all seen those players that they play a little bit and they throw a couple chords in and play and they go seamlessly back and forth between chords and scales. This right here is the key that's going to get us there. And then we have this one's coming up later on this evening, the 5 practice videos for the foundation skills as well too. Now, that's that's what I've got prepared for you. But what's really cool about this is we have this thing called the vault. And in the vault, we have different backing tracks, chord libraries, and then different chord progressions, what chords to use together with these. The backing tracks here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 classic rock styles, 4 blues infused, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 4 blues infused rock styles, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it was 5 acoustic strummers, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 different country strummers. So a whole bunch of different backing tracks in different styles using different chord progressions, and every single one of them has it in every single key. So once you're used to playing this chord progression, 1, 5, 6, 4, and I mix the progressions up a lot with all the different chord progressions that you'll come across when you're playing. We can try them in every key. You can download every single one of them. We've got all the different chord progressions that go with them if you go over to the common progressions. So we've got, and this is not just blues. We've done a whole lot of blues. This is dealing with borrowed chords, things that you're going to come in contact with when you're starting to learn different songs and play them. And not just, not just copying them and learning stuff from tabs and chord sheets and stuff. This is getting inside the chords of these songs and what we do. So we've got 1 flat 3 4, 1 flat 3 4 progressions, minor progressions, major progressions, a whole bunch of different ones there. And then coming up later on this weekend are the practice bundles. And that's where I do the work for you. So instead of going through all the different backing tracks and the chord libraries and common progressions, I assemble them all for you in a certain key for you to practice. And then I give you a video that's going to help you get through them. So there's a lot going on in here for $20. But what we're also doing is there's a bonus for this weekend that's coming out. It may maybe tomorrow. I think that the bonus will come out. And once we get the bonus coming out, this will be an extra practice bundle, extra backing tracks. And then from what you're watching here, and we've been doing this on the chords for over a month now, right? So every single video, and Facebook takes these things down. They don't last here. I've collected all of them, and you're going to be able to have access to every single topic that we talked about over the past month here with the new extra bundle. That's going to be a paid thing later on, and everybody gets it lumped in with this week. So that's what I was wanting to show you, what I've been working on. I'm still working on it. I have a few things that are going to roll out this weekend. But this has turned into something just as valuable as the Blues Elevation Toolkit. And I'm loving having a series of these things that you will go back to over and over and over again. Not just, oh yeah, what was that course I bought 2 years ago? Maybe I should see if I can still get into that thing. This is something where you go, man, I need some chord sheets. I need some scale sheets. Everything is here for you, and it's easy. Let me show you the one more thing, just how easy it is. Let's go to the chord library, right? So say we need to know where a certain minor seventh chord is on the fretboard, right? And see, well, what key is it? I'm in C sharp. So I'm gonna go ahead, hit the C sharp, bam, there they all are. And not only do I have them across the fretboard, I've got all of them together on a fretboard here, so you can see how they relate to the other C sharp minor sevens across there. And if you say, oh, it wasn't C sharp, it was D sharp, bam, we're right there. It's just super fast. You can go through all the different keys and download all of them there. So there we go. That's I got through it. That's what I was wanting to show everybody. This thing is a lot of fun. I am really enjoying it. And now I'm going to head back over to the chat and see. Phil says, looking so much to seeing the practice bundles. Yeah, they're going to be fun. They're going to be fun. This weekend is going to be a lot of fun for me. I'm getting it all done. This weekend, everything rolls out. People are actually buying it now. The email went out this morning, and I'm enjoying getting it all together for everybody. Let's see here. Tim was telling me about the kits. He said, building guitar kits is fun. Next for me is a body and neck, because I found over 2 kits. I've ended up replacing every piece of hardware, electronics, no woodwork needed. Yeah, okay. That black, the black Strat back there, that's not a Strat. That's a parts guitar. So I have built parts guitars. I've never built something where I have done some chiseling, some hack job chiseling to put humbuckers in Strats that were routed for 3 single coils. So I lied. I have done a little woodwork, but it wasn't good. It wasn't something I would show. Thank God for pick guards. Hide that stuff. All right. So Phil said, build a Strat with the Welsh flag pattern and altered Wilkinson pickup configuration. Awesome. How are Wilkinson pickups? Their bridges are fantastic. I'm sold on the Wilkinson bridges. Let's see here. Warren says, this would be my first build. I'm excited and nervous at the same time. Well, just get in touch with me. I can help you. I'm really good with setting up guitars and frets and figuring all that stuff out, man. Well, just come on to the, if we do a live stream around that time, we'll go through it a little bit. Phil says, looking so much to see the practice. Oh, we already said that one. Warren says, both the Chord and Blues Elevation Toolkits have been impressive. The upgrades have been great too. Cool. And wait till you see what happens by the end of the weekend. I've been working and loving the color schemes with these toolkits. Crazy. Yeah. So this is the I have 4 main tracks here. So this one is the rhythm guitar track. And so everything in there, I have a free course that's out now too for rhythm and it's this green, and it follows you through. You have the free course, the toolkit, and then the master class is coming next. And then there's going to be a group class for that. So you can work your way through all of the green ones. I'm going to have 4 different tracks here. The blues one was red, and we're going that will follow all the way through. So, and that's the one we're going to finish out first too. So yeah, I like it. I like having everything organized, and that's one of the things that I try to bring to you is getting everything organized. Guitar playing is kind of messy, especially on the internet. There's just so many different things, and you miss all the stuff you need, and then you just acquire a whole bunch of information that it just sidetracks you or just doesn't help. So I'm trying to have everything set for you in place. You just show up with your guitar. I handle everything else. And if you go this to this to this to this, next thing you know, you're smiling and having fun there. So, okay, let's see here. Okay, there's Phil. And then Let's see. Tim says, well, you have to sand and finish. Maybe drill for pick guard, clean up the neck pockets. My builds were set neck. Your study stuff is really good. Oh, thank you. I wish I had it 30 years ago. Yeah, me too. So there's a thing that I do in coaching that I haven't put it into. These are going to be in the master classes that they're available. And I do this for my coaching students. And it is a system of connecting strong notes between chords and a chord progression. It's really how to make melodies. And I've got probably 15 students that are all going through this right now. And it's real simple, but it's not something you've really seen out there. And it took me 5 years to figure this out because I had some teachers that weren't very good. I had jazz teachers on one side and rock teachers on the other, and I could see what was wrong with both of those things. And I kind of put all of it together and figured out, well, what's a foolproof way? What's a way that if I'm feeling horrible, if I've got to go play for 3 hours in front of a whole room full of people and I don't feel very good, how can I play something that's interesting, right? How can I do something that's foolproof because I'm not really thinking creative. I don't have a whole lot of creativity when I'm not feeling so good. So I looked at other melodies and I looked at chord progressions and how are these strong notes connected? Sometimes you hear, well, okay, well, there's a scale. They're just using this scale, but there's definitely strong notes and weak notes. And when the strong notes lead to other strong notes, the transitions between chords, that's something else. So I've got a lot of students going through this, and this is something that took me 5 years to figure out on my own. And they're going through it in months. And they're like, oh, this is kind of, am I going too slow with this? I'm like, nah, not compared to how long it took me to do this stuff. Right. So anyway, thank you about that. Yeah, I wish I had these things too. It would have sped my time up too. So Evan's in here. Evan showed up. What's happening, man? How to see you? How great to see you. How you been? I'm mixing words up today. I've been up all night. He says, doing good. Had to do rescue my daughter with a dead battery. Yes. There you go. I'm glad. Everything okay? I hope that did it. You didn't have to go get another one, did you? Did it start moving? Paul says, just on the way of Blues Elevation Toolkit purchase, but there's a bonus pack for 7 with step-by-step practice guide. Just confused me if the main course practice section is not the same. No, the bonus for the Blues Elevation Toolkit is very similar to the bonus that's going to happen that you get free with the Chord Elevation Toolkit. What it is I have these practice bundles, and practice bundles are a set of backing tracks and chord diagrams, and I write licks out for you, and it's a whole practice in one where I take the vault. Basically what I do is what I'd hope you would do with the vault. I go in and find all the different things that work together and I bring them to you. And so in the Blues Toolkit, there's 7 of them that I did for you. Well, this is another one that's in the bonus, but also with that, when we did the Blues Toolkit, we did like we're doing now. I went live every day for, I think it was 3 weeks every day. And I had a different topic every day that was an add-on to the toolkit. And those are all in that as well too. So on one page, you can go and hit all these different things and get some extended things with the Blues Toolkit. So you don't need it, but it adds on to the functionality of it, and you learn a lot more with the $7 extra there. So Evan says, yeah, it just needed a jump. Good. That's awesome. You didn't have to go and pay somebody to give you a new one. Well, folks, we're coming up towards the half hour. I'll be taking off in just a second and I'm going to keep working on the toolkit here this evening and throughout the weekend. And we're having a lot of fun getting everything done. I'm starting to get excited about it. And if you've got any questions you need answered, just let me know before I take off here. I'll be here for another few minutes. Let them come on in. And please say hi. There's a whole bunch of people out there. Let me know who you are. Great to see you. I spent 45 years in the motor trade. Loved every day. Yeah. Evan's good with cars. He fixes his own cars. How about that? Not me. You don't want me doing that. That's not my It's not my skill set, I'll tell you. Well, I'm going to head off in just a second. If anyone, we're going to, let's see here. He says he does all right. Okay, cool. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with me today. And head over and check out the Chord Elevation Toolkit. There's a new page that I built for it the other day. It tells you a little bit about it. John said, thanks. Thank you, John. Thanks for hanging out. Warren says, thanks. Thank you, Warren. Great to see you. And let's see here. Who else has been here? Evan and Phil. Thank you all. Let's see here. Paul. Good to see you, Paul. Warren. I think I already said, did I say Warren or Tim? We had a good conversation with Tim. So Phil and Warren, Tim, John, Paul. I think I've got most everybody here. And Tim. Okay, I think that was everybody who participated today. And for everybody who's watching this later, let me know how it's going. You can always comment in the below the video on Facebook and YouTube, and I will get those. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know. And I got cheers from Phil and cheers from Paul. Okay, everybody, I'll see you soon. Maybe over the weekend. I'm not sure. I'll let you know if I do. Okay? All right.